What's going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Tuesday. We get a nice 12-game slate here tonight. Last night, pretty disappointing with the hitting. None of the guys really got it done for us in great matchups. Pitching pretty solid, especially with Castillo. Had a great value with him as our SB2. Kluber got knocked around pretty damn hard in the first inning. So that was disappointing, and he did pretty solid after that, but the first inning kind of put him in a decent hole, so he couldn't really reach that full upside that we're looking for. So hopefully we can have a better night here with the hitting. Hopefully we can have some better luck with them. I know there was one hit with McCutcheon that should have dropped for a double probably, but Arenado made a sick play at third, like a jumping little snag in the air to prevent like an RBI double. So I didn't watch every game. That was one of the bats I was watching. Kind of pissed me off. But, yeah, let's see if we can have a bounce-back night here with the plays. So I got my money 6, 2 pitchers again, 3 hitters, and a value batter. So go ahead and drop a like in the video. If you're ready to win some money here tonight, we should have a better night, hopefully. At least some of these hitters can just give us production and great matchups, hopefully. So let's try to get over 100 likes again on this one. Thank you so much for all the support yesterday. Crazy amount of love on the video, so thank you for all that, guys. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna go with Zach Greinke at the top here, 10,900, going against St. Louis. St. Louis hitting the ball very well last night. But the thing with this matchup is that Greinke will be facing a right-handed pitcher here, so he has that benefit of the positive splits. Very righty-heavy, around 7 out of their 9 batters should be righties, and Greinke has some good strikeout ability against right-handed batters this year. 27.5 K rate against them, and he has some great numbers at home as well. And this game's going to be at home in Chase Field here. If you look at the splits, batting average way down, ERA way down at home, around 20 DraftKings points per game here. So I think he can have another solid outing. Their roof should be closed because it's really hot conditions here in Arizona. So pretty much a positive this is park environment, really. Arizona has been much more pitcher-friendly this year. And with the roof closed, it should be pretty good here for Greinke. They're only projected 3.5 runs, so Vegas likes him a good amount. And he's pitching pretty well in his last 2 games, 27 and 29 DraftKings points. So I think he can have another good game here against St. Louis. When Greinke kind of gets in these roles, normally he's pretty dominant. So I think he can keep it going here against St. Louis. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as our first pitcher. And for my second guy, I'm going to go with Justin Bieber's brother, Shane Bieber, at 9,600, going against Kansas City. Another pretty solid matchup. Kansas City not hitting the ball very well. A lot of these guys are very weak hitters besides like Merrifield and Moustakas. So he only has to worry about those 2 guys. And he's coming off some great outings in his last 3 games, 20, 34, and 22 in the last 3. And this guy has some good strikeout stuff. He has a 26% K rate. He looks very just mature for his age. This is his first year in the MLB, so he's looking great. I think he can keep it going here against a weak Kansas City lineup. They're projected 3.4 runs as well. And the Royals haven't seen him before, so that he gets that benefit of just having those that kind of stuff where they kind of take by surprise maybe at first and not prepared for it. So I think Bieber can get that advantage, especially in the first kind of wave through this line at the first kind of stint. Maybe they adjust, but I think Bieber will have the upper hand in this matchup, and he should be in line for a win as well with the run support from Cleveland. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second starting pitcher. So those are the 2 guys. You got Greinke and Bieber. Both those guys can go for 20 to 30 DraftKings points in their matchup, so I like that little pairing very well. And there's still some good pretty value batters here, some cheaper guys that have good upside. First one is going to be Yoan Moncada at 4,000 here, going against a bad pitcher for the Reds, so pretty bad. And he's a right-handed pitcher, so that's really what I'm looking at here in this matchup. Moncada against right-handed pitchers is night and day different. If you look at the splits, just to mention, against lefties, he only has a .07 ISO against them, so ISO very weak. And against his WOBA is .189. If you look at the splits versus the righties, it's a 206 ISO, so much more power and a 330 WOBA. So this is a much better pitcher against them, hitting the ball for a much harder contact. And this is a park upgrade. Going to Cincy, pretty park hitter friendly. And he had 2 doubles in yesterday's game And the Reds pitcher as well isn't very good at striking people out, so he gets that bonus. Moncada really struggles with striking out, and this guy's been given a lot of home runs and hard contact. So I think Moncada can get some good production against him here. He does have a possibility of getting a stolen base as well in that leadoff spot. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first hitter. And for my second guy, I'm going to go with Justin Smoke here at 3,900, going against Zach Wheeler. Wheeler looked pretty damn good in his last outing, but this game he's going to Toronto. Part downgrade for him here. And against Smoke, I believe he played him earlier this year, but he saw him in 3 at-bats in his career. 2 for 3 with a double and a home run. So he has the extra base ability against Zach Wheeler, and in the positive environment here in Toronto, I think he can definitely get it done. We know Smoke has great power, hitting the ball pretty damn well recently. Got a double with 2 home runs in 3 of the last 4 games. So the power's been there. And against Zach Wheeler, he gets hit a lot harder against left-handed batters. He's allowing a 41% hard hit rate to lefties and only like a 20% hard hit rate to righties. So you want to attack him with the lefties like Justin Smoke in this matchup, I believe. So at 3,900, guy has good upside. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second hitter. And for my third guy, I'm going to go with Todd Frazier here in the same ballpark. A park upgrade for Frazier here, going from the Mets to Toronto. And he has a great matchup here, going against Marco Estrada. We're talking about a guy that has reverse splits. He's worse against right-handed batters. And the same goes for Todd Frazier. Throughout most of his career, he has better numbers against right-handed pitchers. So I think this is a good spot for him with those splits like I mentioned. He's seen Estrada before, 7 for 22, so around a 318 batting average. And got a double and 2 home runs and 3 out of those hits. And only 1 strikeout as well. So he sees the ball pretty damn well against Estrada. In Toronto here, Estrada's been getting hit pretty damn hard throughout this whole entire year, especially against right-handed batters, like I mentioned. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in Todd Frazier. He's a nice value guy at 3,600. So that's the core 5. You got Greinke, Bieber, Smoke, Moncada, and Todd Frazier. And for my value guy, another cheap guy, is Nick Williams at 3,400. I mentioned this guy last week because he does have great power at his price tag against right-handed pitchers. Just the thing with him is that he strikes out a good amount. So in this matchup, though, he's going against Alex Cobb. Alex Cobb is a bad pitcher, doesn't really strike out that many batters, and against left-handed batters, he's allowing a 408 WOBA against them. So lefties hitting the ball extremely well against them. A good ballpark here in Philly, great for home runs. So I think Nick Williams in that 5 spot of this order can reach some upside here, be able to knock in some guys if he does so. They should have some guys on base for him here against Alex Cobb, like I mentioned, not a good pitcher. So Nick Williams at 3,400, great price tag, good upside here. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. That gets you that gets you up to 3,650 remaining per player. So great value with the hitting and just some safe, consistent guys with the upside of the pitching spot. So great core here for your lineup. So go ahead and drop a like in the video. If you got anything on a value here, or if you enjoyed the video, like the plays, even if you didn't like the plays, it really helps me out. Get these videos out there to you guys. So 100 plus likes. Thank you so much if you're going to hit that. You can hit that subscribe button as well if you happen to be new here to get these winning plays every single night. Hopefully we have some better luck with the hitting here tonight, but you got to get your pitching right first. And I love these pitchers, so hopefully we have consistent pitching, then the hitters just fall in place. So good luck tonight, guys. You can follow me on Twitter at MoneyWebby for any updates on the plays or anything like that as well. So good luck, like I said. Let's win some money here tonight. And yeah, we'll see you back here again tomorrow.